Good morning, or afternoon, whenever it is. This is Kim. We're going to do a little abs workout. You need a pillow, and that's it. We're going to start seated. Inhale up. Exhale, fold over, reach down for those toes. And once again, inhale up, extend through that spine, sit back onto those sit bones, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, fold over, reach down for those toes. If you can't reach your toes, grab onto your calves. Pull that chest down, relax your neck. And one more time up. Exhale, fold over, reach down. Use that breath. And you're going to take your feet a little bit wider. We're going to do it again. Inhale up. Exhale, fold over, reach between those feet. And again up. Exhale, fold over. And once you get to the bottom, reach over to one side. And back to the center. And over to the other side. Pulling your chest down towards your quads. And back to that center. Inhale it up. This time we're going to open it up. You're going to exhale. You're going to take one hand to the foot, the other to the side. Open up those shoulders. And inhale it back up. And to the other side. Rotate those shoulders. Reach those fingertips apart from one another. And inhale up. And switch. Try to bring that chest down a little bit deeper each time. And up. And exhale. And up. Bring those legs back together. You go. Inhale and slowly roll it back. If you need to, you can hold onto your thighs. And bring those arms over your head. And roll it back up. Reaching up to those toes. Switch it over a little bit. And inhale. Roll it back. And roll it up. And back down. One more time. And back down. And once you get back down, you're going to grab that pillow. You're going to take your pillow and put it in between your knees. We're going to do a glute bridge. So our hands can be down by your sides. You could do palms up, palms facing, palms down if you need to help push. You're going to inhale. You're going to squeeze that thigh. Squeeze those thighs together. Squeeze that pillow. Exhale. Lift those hips up to the ceiling. Inhale. Bring it back down. And slowly, bone by bone, lift that tailbone, then lift the spine, pushing up onto the shoulders. And slowly, bone by bone, drop it back down. Imagine you're a sticker and you're lifting up. And then slowly pushing that sticker back down, squeezing out all the air bubbles. As you do this, make sure you're pressing through the entire bottom of your foot. Don't roll out onto the side of your foot. Don't let those knees open up. One more time, up. And we're going to hold it up. And you're going to squeeze that pillow with those knees. Squeeze it in and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Let's do 4 more. Squeeze and release. And 3, 2, and 1. And slowly bring it back down. And let's lift it back up again. Up. And down. And roll it back up. And down. 2 more like that. Squeeze it up. And down. And 1 more. Lift it up. And down. And we're going to take it up one more time. Squeeze it in. and release, and squeeze, and release, squeeze, and release, squeeze, and release. Keep those hips up. 4, and release. 3, 2, and release. Last one, squeeze it, and slowly bring it back down. All right, we're gonna keep that pillow there. You're gonna bring your knees up into tabletop position. You're gonna pull those abs in nice and tight. We're not gonna let that back arch, nice long neutral spine. Hands can be down by your sides, can be behind your head. You're gonna slowly, keeping your knees at 90-degree angle, tap those heels to the floor and lift it back up. So you wanna keep that angle in your knees. You're gonna tap the heels and bring it back up. Without letting that back arch, pull that belly button tight to your spine. Keeping your pillow steady. Exhale as you drop that pillow. Inhale as you bring it back up. Exhale as you drop the pillow. Inhale as you bring it back up. And if you want to make it a little bit harder, as you drop those heels, lift the chest. And as you bring it back, drop that chest back down. And up. And down. Up. Keeping your belly button tight to your spine. Elbows out wide. Up. And in. Up. And in. And one more. Up. And in. And release. All right, you're gonna take those legs straight, and we're gonna do windshield wipers. If you need to modify, you can keep those knees bent. We're gonna take the knees and the feet side to side. So you're gonna keep your shoulders down. You can let your hips come up, but you wanna really focus on keeping that back nice and tight and your belly nice and tight so that your back isn't arching. So the hips can come up, but don't let your back arch. Only take those feet as far out as you can without your back arching. When you feel like you can't control it anymore, lift the legs back to center. Keeping those shoulders down. So as I'm rotating my legs to the right, I'm really pressing into that left shoulder. And back up. Use your breath. And up. Go one more to each side. And over. And back up. And we're going to drop those feet. We're going to come up to a seated position. And we're going to take that pillow and go side to side. Russian twist. Side, middle, side. Pulling that belly tight. If you want, you can lift the feet off the floor. Turn those shoulders. Try to keep your lower body still. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. All right, we're gonna rotate over onto your belly. We're gonna go into an elbow plank. Pillow can be right above those hands. You can be on your feet or on your knees. I have a lot of room here, sorry. Got relegated to the basement this morning because it's just not quiet anywhere else. So, on those toes, you can be on your knees, keeping a nice long line. Pull those abs in nice and tight. We're just gonna hold on to that elbow plank. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax for a second. All right, now we're going to add a little punch to that pillow. So you're going to come up either knees or feet, and you're going to try to reach that arm around and hit that pillow without letting your hips move. So you want to try to keep your body as still as possible. So bring it up into that plank position. Pull those abs in tight. Bring that arm up and around, and slam that pillow. And if you're not feeling like you want to hit the pillow this morning, you can tap. Keeping that body nice and still, tap the pillow. Trying to keep that body as still as you can. Let's do 2 more on each side. And hold. And you can drop it. And we're going to sit back and stretch that out. Feel free to repeat those as needed and whenever you're angry. All right, we're going to go back into a plank position. This time we're going to lift it up into a down dog. So we're done with that pillow for a little bit. Go ahead, lift it up into your down dog position. Press those heels down. Try to make yourself into a triangle. So press those shoulders towards the mat, pressing those heels down. And you're going to bring it up into a plank. We'll go back into that down dog, taking one leg up. You're going to bring it back into that plank. Bring your knee up towards your elbows. And back up, point, and back down. And up, and down, and up, and down. And back in your plank, and let's switch it out. We're going to lift it up the other side. Bring that knee in. Lift it up. And in. And up. Extend that leg. And in. One more. Bring it up. And in. Bring that foot down. We'll keep both feet on the floor. Lift up into that down dog position. Pull those hips up. Imagine you've got a belt around your waist. Lift it up to the ceiling. Push those heels down as far as you can. Bring your shoulders down. And back to your plank. And one more time. Lift it up. Relax your neck. And back down. I'm going to drop those knees. And sit back. Stretch that out. And bring it back up. We're going to grab that pillow again. So we're going to put it behind our knee. We're going to go into a bird dog here. So we'll start with just the pillow on the floor for a second. This way. You're going to pull those abs in tight, making sure that you're not letting your back arch and your butt stick up. You want to keep a nice long spine. Pulling that belly in tight, you're going to take that left leg behind and the right leg out. As you do this, you want to make sure you're not opening your hips, so you don't want to rotate. You want to try to stay as flat as possible. And bring it back. And take the other side out. You want to imagine you've got a tray of drinks on your back, and you don't want to let any of those drinks spill. Reach from your fingertips to your toes. Then switch. Use your breath. And back. And extend it out. And back to center. And one more on each side. Extend it out. And in. And last one. Take it out. And back in. All right, we're going to grab that pillow, put it behind our right knee, and you're going to squeeze it in there. If you have a weight, you can use that too. You're going to flex your foot. You're going to pull those abs in nice and tight. Keep that back straight. Keep that tray of drinks from spilling. And you're just going to lead with that heel and squeeze it up to the ceiling. Bring it back down. Lift and squeeze. As you do this, make sure you're not letting your stomach drop. Keep that back straight. We're also not opening up the hip. You want to take that flat foot up towards the ceiling. squeeze it back. So if you had a weight, you can put that behind the knee. If you also want to add another challenge, you can take that opposite arm and extend it out. For 4, and 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going to cross it over because of my pillow. So you're going to lift it up. You're going to cross that leg over the other one. Lift it back up and down. Up, over, up, and down. Squeeze it up, cross it over, lift it up, and down. Watch that tray of drinks. Cross it over, lift it up, and down. Up, over, up, and down. Up, over, up, down. 4 more. Squeeze your booty. Up and down. 3, over, up, and down. 2, over, up, down. Last one. Squeeze it up, over, up, and down. All right, I'm losing my pillow. Sorry. Fire hydrant out to the side. So you're going to take it out to that same side and squeeze those legs back together. Lift it up and out and squeeze it back together. Lift it up without letting those hips open up, so you're not opening up the whole body. Just take that leg to the side. Squeeze it up and down. Up and down. Open and close. Squeeze it up and down for 4 and 3, 2, and last one. All right, we're going to take that pillow out for a second, and we're going to take that leg straight back, extend it out, and you're going to cross it over, and then back over to the other side. So like you're drawing a little arc with your toe, keeping those hips as stable as you can. Cross it over and tap, over, tap the floor. Extend that leg as long as you can if you want. Remember, you can take that other arm out, keeping your hips nice and still. Draw that arch with your toe. Let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. And relax. Sit back, stretch that out. Might be feeling that in your booty and your hamstring. We're going to switch to the other side. So take that pillow behind the knee. Squeeze it in there. Flatten those abs out again. Nice straight shoulders and hips. Squeeze it up. Flat foot. Flex it. Squeeze it up to the ceiling without letting your back arch or that tray of drinks spilling. Squeeze it up. Bring it back down. Keeping your belly nice and tight. Really the only thing that's moving is that leg. Squeeze it up. You can add the opposite arm if you want. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to go into those crossovers. So you're going to lift it up, take it over, bring it back up and down. Squeeze it up, over, up, and down. Squeeze it up, flat back, over, up, down. Try to keep that body as still as possible. This is still all just in the legs. Squeeze, cross, up, and down. As you cross it over, really squeeze that inner thigh over. Up, over, up. Let's do 4 more. And 3. Keeping that belly tight to your spine. 2. Add that arm if you want. And 1. And into those fire hydrants out to the side. So try to keep that back as straight as possible. Out and down. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Take that pillow out. Nice straight leg, out to the side, arch it up and over. So out to the side, arc, try to cross the other leg. You're drawing a little half circle here with your toe. Try to keep that body as still as possible. At that opposite arm if you want. Extend all the way through that toe. Try to keep your body as still as possible. Let's do 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. And sit back, stretch that out. All right, you need to find a flat wall now. Please excuse my wall. I have teenage boys and holes that we're filling. All right, so you're gonna scoot yourself up all the way to that wall. And if you want, you can put your pillow under your head. Legs included, everything's back up against that wall. Make sure your hips are stacked, your shoulders are stacked, your spine is long. And as you do that, you're probably gonna lift into your side. And take that top leg. If you have a nice wall, put a towel behind your foot. And you're gonna slowly slide that foot up the wall and down the wall, pressing your heel into the wall. Slide it up and down. As you get to the top, you're really gonna feel that in your outer thigh. Lift it up and slide it back down. Lift and down. As you lift your foot, try not to let your waist drop, so don't scoot yourself up, but really just use that hip, lift it up and drop it down. Slide, keep your leg as long as you can, and the other one is also connected with the wall. Squeeze it up and back. You're going to go 4 and 3, 2, and 1. So you should feel that right on that side of that hip. So we're going to scooch away just a little bit. We're going to go into a side plank. I'm going to have you go ahead and lift up into that side plank on your knee. Nice straight line here. Make sure your knee's not in front. I'm going to keep that knee straight in line with your body. Hips stacked, shoulders stacked. Pulling your belly in tight to your spine. You're going to take that long leg. We're going to go forward and backwards. Forward and backwards. So my bottom leg, my foot, is pressed up against the wall. So I'm about that far away from the wall. And so I'm going to try to tap that wall with my long leg and then bring it forward. Tap it forward and bring it forward. Or I'm sorry, tap it back and bring it forward. Keeping that leg nice and long. As I bring my leg back, squeezing my glute. Trying to keep my torso stable. Trying to keep this all in that leg. 4 and 3, 2, and 1. All right, now I'm going to keep that leg lifted. I'm going to pull my knee into my chest and extend it out. Flex. Point it up. Flex and press through that heel. Pull that knee up. Flex and press. Knee up. Flex and press. Knee up. Flex and press. You could also do these with your hip down. Pull that knee up, flex and press, or in that side position, knee up, flex and press it down, knee up, flex, knee up, flex. Let's do 4 more. Pull it up, press through that heel. 3, 2, and 1. And I'm going to drop. And I'm going to grab that pillow one more time. Put that in between my knees. Squeeze my knees. I'm going to keep my knees bent. I'm just going to stay on that hip. We're just going to lift that hip up and drop it down. Lift that hip up and drop it down. Try to keep your shoulders pulled out of your body. Make sure you're not sinking into that shoulder. Lift it up and drop it down. If you want, you could do this with straight legs. Lift up into a side plank and drop. Lift up and drop. Pull those hips. You want to imagine you got a belt. It's lifting those hips to the ceiling. Take that top arm up if you want. Let's do 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. And let's switch sides. All right. So scoot yourself up against your wall. Stack your hips, stack your shoulders, pull that belly in tight. Nice long spine. Heel connected to the wall. Slide it up and drop it down. Slide it up and drop it down. This side for me is a lot tighter, and I can feel this immediately. Slide it up and drop it down. Make sure you're not letting your waist drop. So keep that nice long spine. And by that I mean when you lift up, you're not crunching. And keep it nice and straight. All in the leg. Try to keep that heel connected to the wall. If your heel comes off the wall, you're going to tend to go forward and you can get higher. So you're going to keep that heel on and really feel it in that hip. Let's do 4 more. 4 and 3, 2, and 1. And relax. All right, so you're going to bend that back bottom leg. I've got my foot still pressed against the wall. Lift up into that side plank. I'm going to point my toe. I'm going to take it forward and try to reach behind to the wall. Take it forward and behind. Keeping that hip lifted. Not letting my hip drop. Keeping my shoulders relaxed, but I'm not sinking into them. Keep myself nice and long. Use your breath. This side you're probably going to fatigue a little quicker on, just because we've already worked it a little bit on the other side. Lift it up and over. Four. And 3. 2. And 1. Now extend that leg, pull the knee in, flex it out. Point and flex. Really press through that heel. As you pull your knee in, making sure you're not moving your entire body, so don't squeeze in and flex it out. Hold your body still. Bring the foot in. Just keep it all in that leg. Keep that hip lifted. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. And drop it down. All right, we're gonna grab that pillow again. In between the knees, you can keep it bent and lift up into that side plank, or you can go straight. So you're gonna lift and lower. Lift it up and lower. Lift and lower. Pull those abs in nice and tight. Lift those hips, lift that bottom hip up. Keep your body straight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Take that pillow out, get rid of it, and we are going to stretch out. So you're going to lay on your back. Take those arms over your head. Reach all the way from your fingertips to your toes. And bring one leg up. Pull back behind your hamstring. And if you want, you can walk your hands down and really pull that knee towards your chest. Try to keep that leg as long as you can. Point your toe and flex and point and flex and point and flex. Roll your ankle around And you're gonna lean back. You're gonna take that leg across your body. Keep your hips on the mat to start. So you may not have much of a range of motion here, but we're stretching out that hip first. And then you can let the hip come up and rotate over. And you're gonna bring it back to center. You're gonna cross that leg over the other one. Pull back behind your hamstring. Press out on your knee with your elbow. Legs are like a pretzel. And if you can't get behind your hamstring, you can just cross your leg here and try to pull it in. Now we're gonna switch legs. Take the other one nice and long. Walk your hands up if you want. Point your toe and flex and point, flex, point, flex, and relax. Take that leg across, keeping the hip on the mat, on the floor, and go ahead and let that hip come up. Feel that in your side body as well. And back to center, cross it over the other leg. Pull back behind the hamstring, press out on your knee with your elbow. Pretzel those legs. And relax. And you can hold on to one leg if you want. Roll yourself up. We're going to flip over into that child's pose position. Sit back on your hips, take your arms over your head. Reach from your fingertips out from your shoulders, pulling your shoulders away from your body. And arch it up. Pulling your belly button in tight. Round that back, round the shoulders, let your neck relax. Tuck in your pelvis. And drop it, look up. And arch it up one more time. You're gonna roll it up. We'll come out. Have a seat, go back to where we started. Inhale up. Exhale, fold over, reach down for those toes. And one more time, up. Exhale, reach down for those toes. And you guys are done. Thanks for joining me. Have a great rest of your day.